Hello, everyone. Welcome back to E20ZoneTv. It's been a mad 48 hours, but we move on from the ordeal of Kirk Zuma and we look towards the future now. And the future is Jared Bowen and what he's doing at West Ham currently at present. He's been phenomenally good, scoring goals, making goals. And there's always been a player there in Jared who we all know that could perform to that level. But he used to miss a lot of chances. But can this man really fire us to the Champions League? After last night's results, Spurs losing 3-2 at home against Southampton, which was entertaining to say the least. Then you had Manchester United dropping points at Burnley, which will boost us massively. Like, these teams are dropping points in with these games in hand. And we just got to keep winning that. We really have. We've got to keep winning. We've got to keep going. We've got to keep trying. It's going to be tough, though. I think we've set ourselves up for a massive fall on this one. But the table is we're fourth in the league at present, and we deserve to be there at present. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. But before I get started, if you are new around here, please do subscribe to my channel. Please do like the video. It goes a long way. My Kirk Zuma video got up to 2,800 views, which is amazing for me, I must admit. I'm a small channel, but I've got a realistic, I'm a real sort of person when it comes to West Ham. There's no fake crap with me. So, yeah, I really do appreciate all the support I've got recently. Yeah, Jared Bowen. I believe this kid could. If he stays fit, he scores goals, he makes goals. The problem is he's doing it on his own at the minute. There's players around him who really ain't cutting it. And the first player that I'm going to say is one of my boys is Benny. Benny needs to start livening up. Like, I look at Jared and I look at Ben Rama, and it's night and day between the pair of them massively. Like, one's very, very good at the minute. He's one of the best players in the country, like in that sort of position. And the other one is hit and miss. One day he's good, 1 minute day he's not. Like, he's very frustrating, Ben Rama, and I've backed him from minute one, but I'm starting to see the reason why people are criticising him. Do you know what I mean? Also, I've got to give a bit of a shout out today to Mikel Antonio. If you haven't seen it on Twitter or social media, he's putting the reporter in her place, so to speak, saying about Kirk Zuma. People saying about he should be sacked from his job and this and that. For me, like, it's an interesting one, but he has got a point. Like, there's racism in the world, there's hate, there's people who's homophobic, and they still manage to play football again. And I know what Kurt Zuma's done is wrong, but this cancel culture isn't a good thing. Do you know what I mean? We can all act on impulse from the start, but as we go through at the day and days ahead, like, maybe we should just let nature take its course. He's had to pay £250,000 out to the RSPCA. He's had his cats taken off him. I think that's enough now. Enough punishment for me, for him. And it will teach, like, you've got to make it like him, like a scapegoat for others in a way. So if you do this, you're going to get the consequences of your actions. So, yeah, it's an interesting one. It really, really is. For me, going into sort of football terms, we've got a big game coming up on the Sunday. 4:30, I think it is, against Leicester City. And this game will really decide if we're Champions League contenders or pretenders. I always say this. Leicester are in a bad run of form at the minute, and Rodgers looks like he could be on his way. If a few more defeats, I think he's out the door. We need to go there and win. If we go there and win, and we beat these sort of teams, these lower ranked teams that are below us, we have got a chance at Champions League. Do you know what I mean? It is an interesting one because obviously next week the European football starts up again, the Champions League starts, and the round of 32, I think it is, for the round of 16, sorry, for the Europa League starts again also. So it's going to be interesting to see who gets through, who gets knocked out, and the draw will be next week, and we've got to see who West Ham are going to get. Obviously, we've got FA Cup coming up. We've got the league, we've got Europa League. But do you know what? In the league, all our hard games are towards the back end of the season. And a lot of them games will be against teams where they should be fighting for Champions League. Liverpool's, your Manchester City's, etc. So if we can keep Jared Bowen fit, I believe he can do some damage. But he needs help. He can't do this on his own. He is sort of carrying this team a little bit on his own. He done it in the last few games. Like our last win was Norwich at home before the game on Wednesday against Watford, and he yet again scored in that game. Like he scores all the time now. He's winning us games. But he's becoming one of our most important players at the club. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, Declan Rice would overtake that. I believe when Declan plays, he's levels ahead of everyone else, the way he is. But we will find out, obviously, in the near future. But some of these games is massive. I think all what's happened over the last sort of 24, 48 hours, we have to go in it with a massive approach to say, you know what, we are competing for top 4, top 6. We have to go there and win. Do you know what I mean? I don't even think a draw's enough. I think we have to start winning these games. We're going to be up there, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? So it's going to be an interesting one. I just wanted to do a quick video on it to see what everyone else's thoughts are. Can Jared Bowen really fire us to Champions League? I really think he can do, but we're going to have to be very, very lucky. Very, very lucky. Do you know what I mean? I agree with a comment there. I'll get to the comments now. And I'll start off with Jimmy Jones. After the January window, no chance. I agree. I would have said that, but these other teams keep slipping up. So one thing I will say on that matter, if these teams slip up, we've got a chance because we've got the core group still together. It's all about the other teams for me. If the other teams like Tottenham, Arsenal, if Arsenal go and bottle it tonight and say they lose at Wolves, then we've got a chance. Do you know what I mean? There's a slim chance, but we've got a chance to get in there. John T. Defensively, Leicester are there for the taking, big time. Win this, and we are back in the top 4 contention. I agree, mate. This is a big game for West Ham on Sunday coming up. Everyone says, "Oh, but they're all big games." Yeah, but this one is because all the top teams go to Leicester and win. We have to go there and win. But me personally, looking at it now with everything that's happened, I think we'll get a draw up there. Because I can't see Leicester being that bad forever. I really can't. Football. Not sure about Champions League, mate. Top 6 more likely. I agree on that. I think top 6 is more likely in a percentage-wise. I think West Ham are about 20% chance, maybe 15% chance of getting Champions League. But European football, as in top 6, top 7, I think we can get it. There's no two ways about it. I think it's there for the taking. We need these other teams to fall by the wayside. The one thing that worries me is Arsenal. I think Arsenal, they've got rid of all their players who are causing them like bad influences in the dressing room, and now they are starting to get above. Like they're not in the FA Cup, they're not in the European football. All they've got is the league. They're going to play like once a week. They've got games in hand, so I think Arsenal are the ones to be feared. If I'm being honest here, no, we need Antonio to start firing again. Then we have a chance. Yeah. But my thoughts on Mickey is, mate, he's too hot and cold. When you look at Jared Bowen, he's performed over the last sort of 5 games. I think he's scored in every game near enough. So it's an interesting one. It really, really is. What else have we got? Let's have a look. Is this about the other teams or injury list? So investigation. Yeah. Spurs and Manchester United are not much better than us, but we can't slip up anymore. Do you agree? I do. What it is with us, we have got that sort of dodgy result in us. One thing I will say is West Ham do have one in results where we expect to win, like, and we get a draw or something, or we lose the game. Like the next 2 games for me are big. Leicester at home, Leicester away, Newcastle at home. Newcastle won't be easy, but if we're going for top form, we're going for big things. We should roll Newcastle out the ground at the LS. The problem is, can we? I watched Newcastle against Everton the other day. I know it was two poor teams playing each other, but Saint Maximin is a talent. He really, really is, and he knows, like, he's a very, very, very good player. And I wouldn't like him up against Cresswell because I think he'd get ruined. But if we get 7 points at the next like 3 games that we got, like, so that's who is it? Leicester, Newcastle. I think it's Wolves the next one. I think that's a good return. I think if we get any less than that, I don't think it's going to start to slip away. I think we have to win near enough every game in the bottom half of the league to even have a chance, if I'm honest. Leicester City is my derby game over here. We can't rely on others' results going our way. 3 points needed and marching on. Yep, I agree. I agree on that, Darren. Hope you are well in Thailand. Need to beat these teams around us. Arsenal always spawn a win against us. Yeah, I do agree on that point also. I feel that Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea, Wolves, which is coming up soon. Who else is it? I can't think of the other team that's around us. But them teams, we're going to have to win. We're going to have to beat them teams around us if we've got any chance of getting Champions League. Like, we've played Manchester United twice and we've lost both times. Should we have lost both times? No, we should have drew both games, really. That's 2 points. Like, obviously, we've got Tottenham coming up at White Hart Lane. We've got Arsenal at home. We've got Wolves at home. Aston Villa won't be easy now. We're down. They've got Gerrard in charge. Everton won't be easy at home against Lampard because he want to turn us over. So we've still got some hard games coming up. But if we can just get through this period, it all depends on the draw also with the Europa League. I think if we get a good Europa League draw, then if I'm honest, I think we can do some damage. Like, I think West Ham will weigh it up and go, right, which way can we go? If we can get a nice draw in the Europa League in the last, I think it's the last 8, I think it is, or last 16, sorry, and progress into the last 8 unscathed, West Ham would have to make a decision on where they want to go. Do they want to go down the Europa League route, or do they want to go down the Premier League route? Personally, I think the Europa League's out of our reach, if I'm honest. People say we can win it. I don't think we can. I'll be quite shocked if we did. It'd be amazing if we did. But there's a lot of teams in there who's got a lot of stronger depths than us. But I think if you look at Man City, Liverpool, and Chelsea, even though we're 7 points off Chelsea and we're playing the same amount of games as them, they are miles ahead, as in, like, their depth in their squad. I think Man United are in turmoil. I think Tottenham are very hit and miss. And I think Arsenal is the one that's the dark horse out of a lot of them that can just slip in there. So for me, I think top 4 can be done in the league because the league's a hard league and them teams will step up points, but it's all about us. If we can beat the teams around us, go to these places like Leicester and win, then I don't see why it would be a problem for us to get in that top 4. And I think we'd get more money and more revenue by getting top 4 than it would be if we went and won the Europa League. Don't get me wrong, it's a cup, it's Champions League, it's amazing, yeah. But I don't know, I think top 4 can be done if we can just maintain this team. And also not destruct from within. Like what's happened this week with Kirk Zuma, the way it's blown up, the way the media have got hold of it and sort of dispersed this out there. I don't want that to carry on and it just jeopardises the team. So on Sunday against Leicester, it will be a big game. And it's a game where last season we went there and won 3-0. It was the game that really kick-started us last season. If you remember rightly, we went there and we was in terrible run of form. Like, we had lost to Arsenal, we got battered against Newcastle at home in the first game of the season. And we went to Leicester and we was all expecting to get a good hiding, if I'm honest. And we rolled them out the ground, 3-0. Bowen scored, Antonio scored, and I can't remember who the other person was who scored. I think it was Fornals who scored. And we've done well. We've done really, really well. Will it be the same game this time around? I don't know, because we really don't do any good at Leicester. That's one ground we don't. We go there, we either draw the game or they lose the game. But last season, going there and win was like a massive surprise to everyone. So yeah. But I do feel positive after what I've seen last night. I think if tonight Leicester could do something against Liverpool and Chelsea, who's the other one tonight? Wolves against Arsenal. I hope that we can sort of, them teams can fold as the games sort of pile up. And if they've got to play sort of twice a week, that will benefit us long term because we've caught up our games. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. It obviously, all this was happening with Zuma. I know West Ham do well, and they always seem to sort of let it spiral out of control sometimes. You know what I mean? Which it has done. In the grand scheme of things, from something that should have been dealt with on Tuesday morning, nipped in the bud, it's gone on now till Thursday, and it's still being mentioned, and it will be mentioned for the weeks ahead, I believe. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Can Jared Bowen fire us to the Champions League? If he stays fit and we literally keep this squad together after recent things that's happened over the last sort of 48 hours, I do believe he can. I think other teams are in limbo at the minute, and we need to seize the moment. And I want to see some youngsters. Like, I don't want to see Yarmolenko coming on trying to save the day. I want to see like these youngsters coming on who are hungry, who want to play for the shirt and not pick up their 115k a week, which is scandalous. So yeah. Anyway, smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel. It goes a long way. It helps me out. As I say, my numbers are going up slowly but surely. It's hard graft, I must admit, the YouTube game, trying to get to where you want to get to. And yeah, I really do appreciate all the comments. I've got a load of comments on my videos recently. Good comments. Some comments are a bit expletive, but yeah, you have to deal with the bad to see the sunshine. So yeah, it's all good. It's all love. Anyway, enjoy your Thursday. I'll be back again soon to talk about Leicester in a pre-match fault over the weekend at some point. So check that out on E20ZoneTv. And yeah, JB, stay fit, stay healthy, and get us to the Champions League. Much love, everyone. Bye for now. And come on, you Irons.